Hello and welcome to the Reselling Report for today, Monday, April 27th, 2020. I'm your host, Ann Eckhart, and every weekday morning I upload the Reselling Report here to YouTube to update you on the day's retail and e-commerce news, including the latest from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, Mercari, and Poshmark. If you haven't done so already, I hope you'll subscribe. And now let's get on with today's show. So I hope everyone had a good weekend, whether you are sheltering in place or one of the essential workers who is out there keeping the country running. Thank you for doing your part. Stay safe at home to keep the ones who can't be home protected as much as possible from the coronavirus. I know as resellers, normally our weekends would have been spent sourcing. No estate sales for me, clearly. I know a lot of you hit up garage sales and the thrift stores, so those things are on hold, and I don't know when they will be getting back to normal. I think kind of looking ahead to summer, and honestly for me, assuming that those sourcing opportunities will not be there. I don't know. I suppose it'll be up to each city whether garage sales, estate sales can resume, thrift stores can reopen. I, for one, until there's a vaccine or a treatment, will not be going out to those types of places as long as the virus is still out there. I have neutropenia and I have an 88-year-old father. So that virus, I have to do everything in my power not to get it and bring it into this house. So those sourcing opportunities are gone for me regardless of whether they start up or not until there's a vaccine or treatment. But if you are still in need of sourcing, of course, we've been talking about lots of creative ways that you can source, whether it's online arbitrage from retailers having sales, liquidation, wholesale, and even sourcing locally by posting on Facebook in the Facebook marketplace that you're looking to purchase items, or even just asking your friends and family if they have items that they were maybe going to donate, and you could do a porch pickup and get those items from them and maybe find some inventory that way. People are definitely getting creative, and of course, most people still have a death pile to work through. So if you have a death pile and you don't have to worry about sourcing, you're one of the lucky ones. You have plenty to list, and sales seem to be strong. Most people that I've seen, that I follow, seem to say that sales are steady. Mine have been steady. I mean, I'm not making crazy amounts of money because I do have sales running and best offer and I have free shipping, all the things. But, things are still selling, money's still flowing. So I, for one, am grateful for that. If you are a Poshmark seller, there is a survey out there from a reseller that I would really like you to consider taking. So Amber Resells, who has a channel here on YouTube, posted a video last week. She was doing a comparison of Poshmark shoe packaging from 6 different sellers. And in that video, she also announced that she has a Poshmark survey up. So I will link Amber's video below, as well as the direct link to her Poshmark improvement survey. So it's less than 5 minutes to take this survey. She wants to find out what you like and what you don't like about Poshmark, what could be improved from them, in hopes that maybe Poshmark would say, hey, we've gotten quite a great response from all of these sellers. Maybe we should listen to what they're saying. So she's close to 1,000 responses thus far as I film this show. So if you haven't already, I hope you'll go over there and take Amber's survey. Again, the link to her original video where she talks about this survey, as well as the direct link to the survey, will be in the show notes section below the video. So I hope you'll go over there and take that. If you've already taken it, definitely leave me a comment and let me know. I filled it out, even though I'm not currently selling on Poshmark. I have sold in the past. So even if you're not currently on Poshmark, go ahead, take the survey. The more responses, the better. Sticking with Poshmark news, Poshmark made an announcement last week that they were teaming up with Goodwill to introduce reseller mystery boxes. And of course, this story blew up over on Instagram, and there have already been some videos over here on YouTube about it. But this was posted on April 23rd over on the Posh Life by Poshmark blog. And it says, Poshmark times Goodwill, introducing reseller mystery boxes. We're excited to announce a new and ongoing partnership giving you access to affordable inventory directly from Goodwill of San Francisco. Starting today, Goodwill will offer reseller mystery boxes in the wholesale market. Each box will be offered at a special price of $11 and contain up to 5 Goodwill store quality items in assorted brands and sizes with a suggested Goodwill retail price of $45 or more. Here's how it works. Head to the Goodwill San Francisco closet in the wholesale market, like a reseller mystery box of your choice, receive an offer to purchase the box for $11 with free shipping. Now, here's the little glitch here that happened. The boxes went up for $50, I believe. You had to like it and then wait for an offer. Well, people didn't do that. People saw reseller boxes and they just went ahead and purchased $50 boxes with free shipping, I suppose. Or did they pay shipping on top of that? Anyway, so they paid the $50 and are now getting 4 to 5 items from Goodwill rather than having waited for the offer. Now, for those who waited for the offer, I have yet to hear that anyone actually got an offer for the $11 with free shipping, because it seems like, at least in this first round, the boxes just got snatched up at the full price. So let me know if you saw this post. Let me know if you got a box. I'd love to hear. And of course, the boxes are just starting to arrive to the people who did order them. So again, these are popping up on YouTube. This goes back. There's been a controversy about people doing reselling boxes from thrift stores. Now, a couple weeks ago, the Deal Queen, Alex, she partnered with a local thrift store in her area. It's a charity thrift stop. And she went in by herself and she helped them put together some reseller boxes to get out because the proceeds would benefit the shop. And I think she made a cut of some, but it was to basically help this charity. And she was slammed. It was bad. She just got all kinds of really hateful messages and posts saying, how dare you go out? You're supposed to stay home. You're setting a bad example. Now, she did this, as far as I can see, in a safe manner. The store was closed. She was the only person there. Maybe there was another employee, I'm not sure. And she took care of it, but because she posted pictures of it online, people got mad. And now Alex has a very high profile in the reseller community, especially on Instagram. And, when somebody has a high profile, they're going to get hate no matter what. I didn't see the problem in it if she was helping a store, a charity function this way. Poshmark helping a charity organization function this way, if they would have just put up the boxes at a reasonable price to begin with, would have made more sense, because clearly a lot of people, took advantage of the full price offer because they wanted a box. I know there's a lot of controversy around Goodwill that they just take everybody's money. They do have programs to assist individuals with disabilities. So we're not going to get into that here on the show, but I don't have a problem supporting Goodwill because I know in my area the good that they do. Do they make money on top of that and other things? Yeah, and we can talk about how some of the employees aren't paid well. I totally get that as well. There's positives and negatives with Goodwill. But Poshmark working with Goodwill San Francisco to maybe help that organization out. Now, I don't know what Poshmark's cut on the back of that is. I suppose it's their 10 or 20% fee. There's still a lot we don't know because, again, this just launched and the first round of offers went out on Friday. So still a lot we don't know. We will see how this continues and if they perhaps partner with other organizations and Goodwills throughout the country. I know that, Goodwill Blue Box has a site, and I believe they're based in Florida. I've shown some of their boxes here on my channel in the past. I think it's good that if these thrift stores can put together some sort of inventory, there's definitely a market for people to purchase them. However, most thrift stores aren't really keyed into the whole reseller community and how it works, and that there are people out there who do want to buy in bulk. It really comes down to probably one person being able to help their local thrift store to get them to do reselling boxes. How long this goes on, I don't know. It's going to depend. Will thrift stores open soon? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. These are strange times, but that is the status of Poshmark's new reseller mystery boxes with Goodwill of San Francisco. I'll definitely be keeping my eye on this and let you know if we hear more news about it. Turning now to Amazon for those who sell via FBA or merchant fulfilled. According to an article on the e-commerce Bytes blog, worried Amazon sellers must resume loan payments on Friday. So this post reads, Amazon notified sellers they must resume making loan payments on May 1st. Sellers who have seen steep declines in sales that have not come back to pre-pandemic levels say they are worried about the end of the deferral period. Repayments on loans issued by Amazon Lending will resume starting May 1st, 2020, Amazon told sellers in an email. So Amazon Lending is similar to like the PayPal loans that you can get for your business. So same deal over on Amazon. You can get a loan through them for your business. This email from Amazon continues, you will have the same number of remaining repayments. Any amount that was due and unpaid before the pause in repayments on March 26, 2020 will now be collected as normal from your next sales disbursements. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, Amazon limited sales of many goods as it struggled to fulfill essential goods to customers, and FBA sellers were hit especially hard, severely restricting the items that sellers could send to its fulfillment centers. While Amazon has eased restrictions somewhat, it continues to focus on highest priority products that customers need at this time and is limiting the quantity of items sellers can send to Amazon. In a reaction to the news, in a post written by Amazon executive Dharmesh Mehta, some sellers requested more time to make their loan payments. Please consider extending Amazon Lending payments due dates at least 1 month. It will take some time for customers to have confidence purchasing non-emergency type items as well, one seller noted. Amazon told sellers that those who would have difficulties making loan payments on May 1st could reach out to the company. In the FAQ section of its notice to sellers, Amazon stated, we understand that some of our selling partners may not be in a position to make loan repayments at this time. Our seller support team is evaluating requests on a case-by-case basis to provide support. Amazon Lending has deferred loan payments, interest fees, and it noted in Friday's letter that some sellers might see that the loan accrued interest for a few days leading up to the April 30th time slot. To remedy this situation, we will reverse those charges on any account that accrues interest during the loan repayment pause. If your loan is impacted, you will see the loan interest reversal on your next statement. So, hard times for those who sell on Amazon with the changes to the FBA shipments. For a while, you couldn't send in anything unless it was deemed essential. You can send in more things now, but they're only taking some items and in limited quantities. And then for those who had a loan from Amazon Lending. So, yeah, tough times, but they do have an email and a team in place apparently to help you, although it is interesting that they just released this and May 1st is coming up next week. So if you are in that position and don't have the money to pay, I hope you're able to get through to Amazon Lending and that they will help you out. Last week, we talked a little bit about eBay stock, and there's another article posted online at benzinga.com. It says, with stores shuttered, Stifel turns bullish on eBay. Ongoing stay-at-home directives and mass closures of physical retail stores due to the coronavirus has prompted consumers to spend more money online, and this trend bodes well for eBay. Their eBay analyst upgraded eBay from hold to buy with the price target lifted from $40 to $45. Now, I've said before, I am not a stock expert, so I'm just going to read the little bit here that talks about why eBay is doing well overall as a company, which then, of course, turns into it could be a good stock buy. I'm not telling you to buy eBay stock. I'm just reading what this article says. So the eBay thesis, third-party data points to a dramatic acceleration in online sales in March and momentum that carried over through April. Google search trends show that peak search interest for eBay occurred within the past week relative to the past year. The online platform is particularly well positioned with the home electronics category and should take advantage of an increase in demand from the shift of work and education into homes. Over the longer term, the economic fallout from the global pandemic could serve as a catalyst in accelerating traditional retail dislocation. The company is also taking steps to support sellers on its platform and help support the businesses, giving the examples of free listing, deferred payments, and preventing a downgrade in ratings due to service disruptions. Finally, the appointment of Jamie Ione as CEO will bring an experienced e-commerce operator to the C-level team. So, like we've been talking about a lot, when it comes to reselling and the reselling sites themselves, they were already in a good position before the coronavirus in that we already had our policies in place, right? We're already selling online. So as consumers are now turning more and more to online, we're already set up, ready to go. And according to this article, as well as others like it, eBay, for one, is definitely in a good position to survive and thrive during this time. Turning now to Etsy. Etsy has just launched a limited edition home decor collection with fashion designer Joseph Altuzarra. This story is on a lot of different sites. I'm just referencing the one on housebeautiful.com. This article says, an online marketplace of creative and independent sellers, Etsy is the go-to destination to find one-of-a-kind pieces. From hilarious dish towels to vintage prints, there are tons of unique items for your home. Now you can shop Etsy's new home decor collection, made in collaboration with fashion designer Joseph Altuzarra. An avid Etsy shopper who draws inspiration from interior design, Altuzarra, oh man, I hope I'm saying that right, teamed up with 8 Etsy crafters around the world to create home decor items that celebrate individual style. I've always been inspired by craftsmanship and makers, he said. There's something so special about things that are handmade. The limited edition collection features a wide variety of home and lifestyle pieces. From woven baskets to ceramic candlesticks to cozy dog beds, the collection has chic, functional objects that can be used throughout your home and a sustainable element. So like I said, this article is on a lot of different sites. So Etsy teaming up with a famous designer and it getting a lot of press is just going to bring more traffic to Etsy. So even if you're not involved in this collaboration directly, having more people shopping on the Etsy site will hopefully maybe lead to more eyes on the items that you are selling. Etsy has also updated their seller handbook with a section, COVID-19 Government Assistance Programs and Resources for U.S. Sellers. Explore new and modified assistance programs available to sellers in the U.S. thanks to direct action from the Etsy community. This page has been here, but they have updated it with some new information. So again, this link will be in the show notes below if you want to go and check it out. But it has sections for the unemployment assistance, stimulus payment, small business loans, and grants that are available for business owners. So you can check that out over on Etsy. And finally, today, I love finding stories about resellers online that I can give you guys a heads up on. So there is a story on the 6abc.com website. This is out of Philadelphia, titled Veteran Online Vendor Offers Tips, Selling Items from Home During COVID-19. This also has a video story with it. The article reads, people are cleaning out closets and attics and coming across all kinds of items they can sell using apps such as Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay. Meanwhile, people stuck at home are shopping online during the mandatory stay-at-home order. Julie Clevenger, who lives in the Chestnut Hill area, has been selling items from her home for over 20 years. She has sold cars, couture clothing, and even antiques. Since the stay-at-home orders, her business has been booming. This is a good thing since her job working with autistic children is on hold. She shared some tips on how to sell items from your home. For me, it's always a learning thing. When I see something and I think, this is really weird, I just want to check and see what it could be worth. I'm usually pretty surprised because the odd things tend to sell the best. If someone said to me, what's the most important part of an auction or putting something up to buy or sell, Absolutely, it is the photographs. She said 8 is a good amount of pictures to take in all angles of an item, especially any discrepancies or anything that is flawed in it. It's really crucial whether it's clothing or antique pieces. The next step is to really describe the item you're holding onto. For someone that's looking to buy, it's hard to see it on a computer or screen. You try to make it come to life with the description and the photograph. She advises you to do at least 30 minutes of research on your item before writing the description. Oh my gosh, 30 minutes. If you need to do 30 minutes if you're going to price something for $100 or more, but good grief. She says people often think shipping items from home will be difficult, but says that's not true. There are lots of different characters out there like FedEx, USPS, and UPS, and if programs for porch pickup. So those carriers come right to my front door every day. I have a pickup and delivery service. And these carriers also has programs where they will deliver packing material to your home for free. It's perfect social distancing and you're making money. So the only thing this is very broad in general. I realize like FedEx and USPS, that's a lot different to get pickups from them than it is the post office. And the post office does give you free shipping material with the priority stuff. And 30 minutes on every item you're going to list, like no way, Jose. Like I said, unless it's something that's going to be $100 or worth, you certainly don't need that much time. But, in general, it's another story about reselling that has made it onto a news site. And this, like all articles I have referenced, will be linked in the show notes section below the video. And that's a wrap on today's show. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me your questions and comments. And of course, check out the show notes below the video for links to the articles I referenced. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.